Jeffrey Dahmer, one of the most feared and well-known serial killers in the world. Following his conviction of the murders of 15 men, Wisconsin DOC was tasked with choosing the facility that would hold him. They would choose the maximum security facility of Columbia Correctional Institution. What do you know about the prison that held Jeffrey Dahmer? Let's take a look. Following his sentence, Dahmer was transferred to Columbia Correctional Institution, located just north of Portage, Wisconsin, near the resort area of Wisconsin Dells. Due to concerns with Dahmer's safety, he was placed in solitary confinement at the facility for the first year of his incarceration. This would be for good reason. Columbia Correctional Institution holds some of the most dangerous people of Wisconsin. The facility opened in May 1986. It was built to house up to 541 males, but at times was overcrowded and held many more. It is located on 110 acres and cost over $38 million to construct. Dahmer was placed in one of 2 segregation units. When moved to general population, he lived in one of 6 housing units. It was in these housing units where Dahmer would devote himself to Christianity. He was even baptized in May 1994 by Minister Roy Ratcliffe. While at prison, Dahmer would participate in a famous interview for Dateline NBC. During the interview, Dahmer would state, "If a person doesn't think that there is a God to be accountable to, then what's the point of trying to modify your behavior to keep it within acceptable ranges?" That's how I thought anyway. Dahmer knew he wouldn't be safe at this prison. There would be plenty of people trying to make a name for themselves by killing him. The first attempt on his life would occur in July 1994 in the place where he thought he would be safe, the prison chapel. Osvaldo Dorothy attempted to cut Dahmer's throat at the chapel as service ended. Dorothy was a lifelong criminal who had just been transferred to the facility in May 1994 with convictions that range from guns to drugs. Following the attack, Dahmer told his mother, "It doesn't matter, Mom. I don't care if something happens to me." It seems he knew he wouldn't last long at Columbia Correctional Institution. Dahmer would soon meet the God that he had found while in prison. In November 1994, Dahmer, who was assigned to a janitorial work detail with 2 other inmates, would be bludgeoned to death by Christopher Scarver. The attack would occur in the showers of the prison gym. Scarver would beat Jeffrey Dahmer and Jesse Anderson to death and show no remorse. He was already serving a life sentence for a murder he committed in 1990. The other victim, Anderson, was also serving a life sentence for murdering his wife in 1992. Did the correctional staff have something to do with it? Leaving 3 murderers in a maximum security facility unsupervised for over 20 minutes sounds like an invitation for something to happen. Scarver would be convicted for the 2 murders and sentenced to 2 additional life sentences. He was moved out of the state and is currently incarcerated in a Colorado prison. Following Dahmer's death, his mother would respond, "Now is everybody happy? Now that he's bludgeoned to death? Is that good enough for everyone?" This would be the end of Dahmer's stay at Columbia Correctional Institution. He would spend barely 2 years there before meeting the fate many of his victims faced. If you enjoy my content, like and subscribe. Also, click the playlist here for other criminal profiles. See you next time.